Hello everybody, we're back again with another great recipe, one that you are going to love. This is chicken fettuccine, and the whole pot is 530 milligrams of sodium. So if we divide that down into our 6 servings, it's only 88 milligrams of sodium per serving. So this is tremendous. And the best part, it tastes very good. It's also very quick to make, very easy ingredients, nothing strange. And you throw it all in the pot at one time, let it cook, and you're finished. Easy. Okay, so let's get started. I took a box of my fettuccine noodles, and you can use any kind that you want. You want 16 ounces, and I broke those in half and put them in my pot already. Notice I haven't started with water, and I don't boil it. I'm putting everything in at the same time. So there we go, the 16 ounces of our noodles. Okay, then I am going to use 4 ounces of mushrooms, and I will put those right in there. I am using half of, this is a yellow Spanish onion, so half of that chopped up, that goes in. And I have 2 tablespoons of the no sodium butter that I will place in. Okay, now I have been using the the unsalted chicken broth. You can use bone broth. There are many different types that you can use. Check your sodium here. This one is 50 milligrams of sodium for a cup. So I am going to use 3 cups. So that will be 150 in the pot. Now, the recipe calls for about two, but I like to use 2.5 to 3 cups of this because we like our noodles tender, and I like to simmer it longer, which it reduces the amount of liquid that's in here. Now, this is what I normally use when I cook, but yesterday I did a roasted chicken in my Instant Pot. It was good. And I saved the drippings from that, so I'm going to use the broth from that. I'm using 3 cups of that broth, and I'm going to put that in there. Okay, now here's the key. This is what makes it creamy. I am going to be using heavy whipping cream, and I am going to be using 2 cups of that. I believe we were using, no, 1.5 cups, I'm sorry. A cup and a half of the heavy whipping cream. And that goes in also. Okay, everything's in the pot. Now, a friend of mine told me with your chicken, and you can use about 2 cups, 2.5. I usually use 2.5 to 3 cups of chicken because there's 5 of us, and I always make for 6 servings. She cuts up her chicken raw and puts it directly in there right now, and it is tender. It's very, very good that way. If you choose to do that, make sure the chicken is cooked the whole way through, before you eat it. But my chicken is cooked because I did the roasted chicken yesterday, and this was my leftover. So I am going to wait on adding that. I am not going to cook that in here yet. If you are using raw chicken, yes, put it in, okay? If it's already cooked, just wait because you just need to kind of reheat that. It does not need to be cooking for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now on here, there's some garlic powder, and this is going to be to taste. I really don't measure it out. I just put some in there, stir it around. A little bit of pepper, again, to taste. I love parsley, so parsley goes in there. Really like that. And a little bit of basil. Again, you can leave out any of these. They're optional, except for the garlic powder. You really kind of do need that in there. You can add your own spices. Anything that you want that you really enjoy can go in here. Okay, it's all in. There is one other ingredient, Parmesan cheese, but we do not put that in right now. Okay, we will put this in at the end. Waiting till it's almost finished and then adding it, you kind of get more of the Parmesan cheese flavor. The other thing you can do is you can cook this and plate it and then sprinkle your Parmesan on top of it. Some people prefer that, so you can really taste the Parmesan. I'm using 4 tablespoons of Parmesan, which is plenty enough to be divided into those 6 servings. So those 4 tablespoons are going to be 150 milligrams of sodium. So let's look at our numbers, because really doing a meal, don't think, oh, I can't have that, or I can't do this. You can. You just have to learn how to manipulate the numbers. So let's look. 4 tablespoons of Parmesan is 150 milligrams. Okay. The chicken, now the chicken is going to be different according to what you buy. Please look on the label. Chicken does have a natural occurring sodium in it. I usually get the ones with no antibiotics, no preservatives, nothing. And it has a very, very small amount of sodium. 4 ounces can be around 50-55 milligrams of sodium if you do that. Okay, so mine is going to be about 110 milligrams today. All right, so 3 cups of our chicken stock. Okay, or if you have some of your own chicken stock that you have made in the freezer, use that. We also are going to use 1.5 cups of the heavy whipping cream. Now that is 120 milligrams for the 1.5 cups. Okay, but remember, we're adding this all together, and this is for the entire pot. Okay, so when we do that, the entire pot is really 530 milligrams of sodium. You could almost eat the whole pot. Don't do that. But if we divide it out into the 6 servings, it's only 88 milligrams of sodium. So we are going to put this on. We're going to stir it around, put it on the burner, leave it there for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm checking the doneness of the noodles is what I'm doing. You kind of got to be there stirring it here and there. Make sure nothing is burning. Everything is stirring around pretty good. And then at the very end, probably 3 to 4 minutes before I'm going to remove this, I will add my chicken. And if you want to do the Parmesan at that time, you can put half of that in and use the other half to sprinkle on top. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this on, and we'll be back and show you what it looks like. I do want to remind you, when you are cooking your noodles, to adjust it to your likeness. You may need to add some more chicken broth or bone broth, maybe a little bit more heavy whipping cream, and maybe a little bit of water. If you're going to cook these for a while, that liquid is going to reduce a lot. So you may need to adjust that according to your taste and how you like the doneness of your noodles. Okay, so if you're doing this for lunch, remember it's only 88 milligrams of sodium. You might want to throw some fruit with it, and that would be perfect. If you're doing this for supper and you want a little bit more, then do a serving of your fettuccine. Maybe make a simple salad with your favorite salad dressing. There are many out there that are lower in sodium. Just check your labels. I had found this. This is Panera, from Panera Bread, and it is their poppy seed dressing. I have not tried it yet. I am going to try it tonight, and we will see. But it has 95 milligrams of sodium in it, which that's for 2 tablespoons, which is plenty for this small salad. But we will give it a try and see what we think. I also like to use Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. If you really like garlicky noodles, that's good to put in there. Okay, so here is the surprise for you. Since our meal is only 88 milligrams of sodium, we are going to do some garlic bread. Yes, 1 piece of garlic bread is 190 milligrams of sodium, but when we add that together, we're only at 278 milligrams of sodium, which is still way below our 500 milligrams of sodium a meal. There may be more out there, but I did find Pepperidge Farm Texas Toast, and one piece of this is 190 milligrams. Now this has the cheese, mozzarella cheese, and it has a Monterey Jack cheese. Mozzarella is lower in sodium than some of the other cheeses. So I would check the boxes and see. You might be able to find a lower one, or you can make your own. So that is kind of a special treat. Looking at the fettuccine and the bread and the salad, you're going to be definitely way under the 500. So I'm going to put it out here. Let's see what it looks like, and we'll be back.